Hello, welcome back to our Live channel for Python programming language lessons for beginners, and we will move on to lesson 5. And in this lesson we're going to check out how we use loop functions by using for. We use the for command for loop functions for which we know the number of loops from the beginning. So it is not recommended to use for unknown loop number. Actually, we will get error message probably because there is no way, but generally we use for when the number of loops is known from the beginning. For example, let's say that we want to show on the screen all the numbers between from 1 to 10 in a list. Okay, so like any other programming language, for function requires a counter. We choose the name of the counter. Let's say we name it I. Usually we name it I, but this is not we're not obligated to do so. You can name it as with any name you like. You can use I, you can use K, you can use a complete name. There is no problem with that. Then we type in range, and now inside the parentheses we type the parameters we put inside for. So we need to think of the number from where we start and the number we end. So if we want numbers from 1 to 10, then we type number 1 because this is our starting number. We type a comma, and then in Python we use the number that is the ending value of the counter plus 1. So if we want to show numbers from 1 to 10, then we will need to type 11. Okay, up, down, dot. And if we just want to show what the counter says, then print I. So if we run this program, this is the result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, let's say that I'll put that into a comment now, in order not to lose it. And I will use another for example. I will use K now as a counter. I can choose whatever I like as a counter name in range. And now I want to show again numbers from 1 to 10, but the other way around. I mean starting from 10 and ending to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in that case, I start with 10. Now that the ending value is 1, I will type 0. And now, in order to make Python understand that the step I'm moving is a negative step because I'm moving to the greatest value to the lowest, I type -1. So now again, print I. So let's see the result. Sorry, it was I, now it was K. So this is the result. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 is never printed. So whenever we use actually a third parameter in for, it's to we use it to refer to the step. When the step is positive and it's +1, we do not actually type it. But in any other case, we need to type the step. Another example, let's say that I want to type all the even numbers from 2 to 20. So in that case, I will have to type for A in range. So now I start from number 2. The ending value is 20. That's why I have to type 21. And because I want to show all the even numbers, the step must be +2 every time. So I type number 2 again. So again, print I. And now this is the result. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, blah, 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 until 20. So there is also something very important talking about for. You can even ignore the first parameter and type only the ending value. For example, for I in range, and I will just type number 10 there. So that means this is the ending value actually. So if, for example, I want numbers until number 10 included, I have actually to type 11, and I have ignored the starting value now. So if I ignore the starting value, if I do not type anything as a starting point, then that miss is considered by Python as like I start with 0. So let's prove that. Print I. So this is the result. 0, the starting value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. Now, having had the chance to see the for loop function, let's check of some very important commands that we always use when we use loop structures. The first one is the continue command, and the other one is break command. Let's start with continue. We always use continue inside loop functions, so whenever we use actually for or while. For example, let's say that I want to show on the screen all the numbers between 1 and 10 except number 7. So in that case, I need to type for I in range 1 to 11. I remind you that you always type +1, the ending value, to get the result you want. I do not type a step. I ignore it because it is +1. So now I want to bypass, I want to make an exception for number 7. So I type if I equals 7, then continue. Print I. So if I run this program now, I will find out that I have all the numbers between from 1 to 10 except number 7. So to understand better how in fact continue works, think that when you type continue, Python understands that I have to go back. I ignore the rest of the code written inside for, and I go back to the beginning and I start the loop function from the beginning. That's what actually happens. So instead of continue, I can use break, but in that case, break means that you escape from the loop structure. So if I use break command now, that means that if I reach number 7, I will leave for structure earlier, before ending in 10 value. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When it comes to 7, I break, that means I escape from the loop. Stay tuned, because in lesson 6 I will show you more of for and while loop structures, and I will also show you how to make calculations inside a loop structure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.